Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
I'm the spider.
The spider or the spider's web?
The spider. Well, there was a spider on the game on the final.
There was a spider. We did notice it. I was Good
I was going to say you wanted to keep this tight. Like if you just didn't play the opening song, we could this podcast be over already.
Ha 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 ha. Anyways, ding. Wow, what a actually really good finale. Like truly, like sometimes you're like, all right, that happened. I believe that we felt that way about the season that Sarah Lucina won.
It was okay.
We were like, yeah, that happened. I thought this was really good. I rewatched the final tribal and reunion show right before we started because our Paramount Plus completely crapped out in the middle of final tribal last night.
That's ridiculous.
We missed.
Mine
I didn't
was
realize
fine.
how much we missed. Yours was fine. Elena's was fine.
You got to pay the bill.
Ha ha ha.
They frown on that.
But it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, maybe I don't know. But it wasn't working. And then whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was able to rewatch it. I honestly thought it was one of the better finales of.
I thought it was okay. I didn't have any real, I don't know. With the three that were there, obviously I wanted Carolyn to win out of the three. I knew I knew as soon as she was not going to have to do fire that it was probably a slim chance. But I just feel that if Carson had been sitting there with the three, it would have been a far more interesting finale. But it's no ill will towards Heidi. She did her best and she took a big gamble. So I'll give her that. That was exciting.
That was exciting. I think that in a season that was so character based, I think that we ended it really, really strong with the characters.
Yeah, I can't disagree. The whole show was about those people, right?
Yeah. The only thing that I complain about is we didn't see a lot of Lauren, and we heard so much. Lauren's a threat. Lauren's got friends on the jury. Even Lauren herself was like, "Yeah, I could win if I get that to the end." And I'm like, we didn't see any of that.
I'm trying to figure out where she hid all that hair the whole time she was on the.
Oh, her hair.
She has a great set of hair. I mean, her hair is nice.
I love it.
But I'm like going, yep. I mean that's the hair we saw in the beginning when
it's
I go, where did you
hair? Yes.
Beautiful hair.
She cleans up nice.
I thought Jamie looked absolutely stunning on the jury. Anyway, sorry.
And she wasn't smiling. But I thought it was okay. I mean, to me, it's almost like they've given up. You got the same final challenge for immunity, the same ball, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, I know Carolyn's going to go out first.
Well, you know what? I was able to actually predict the order of who is going to go out for the boys. Because you could see, hey, Carolyn, that wasn't even a prediction watching it. I was like, yeah, Carolyn's going to go first. But it was easy to see who was struggling and when somebody was going to go out just by watching how close together the balls were. But
yeah, they're
Alex
timing.
Alex.
I had a thought. What if they made fire making challenge the final immunity challenge and come up with something new for the? Because it's problem with the Survivor right now.
Of fire at 4.
It's the same. It's just everything's the same. So it's like. Okay, here we go this way. I mean, they try to change it up with all the idols and stuff like that, but then they just do the same fire. To be honest with you, they should just go to 2, back to 2, because the third person never gets any votes. It's a waste of time.
Yep. Somebody broke it down that the last 6 seasons, maybe the final vote has been 7-1-0. So what are we even doing with the final?
Yeah, I think they're trying to add suspense to it, but it's not working.
Yeah.
And just go to 2. eliminate
tell
the fire
you-
challenge. It's,
Yeah,
but if
fire's
you want,
on
make fire the
production podcast,
final.
It's on the production podcast. They have a producer of the show. They have Jeff, and then they have the producer for the podcast. But they made it pretty adamantly clear on the list of complaints that they were not going to change that anytime soon. That it was going
Fire?
to be final 3, and it would be fire.
Ugh.
They're killing the show.
Yeah,
I mean, to
they
me,
tout that.
I
They tried to put out a counter argument, and to give them credit, I think that their counter arguments would work in certain scenarios, but we've seen how many go like this, where it's like, that really hasn't happened yet.
no.
Like, I don't know what you're holding
Fire
out
was
for.
created. Fire was created to save Ben. Ben hasn't
Yeah.
played this game in a decade,
No.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Like,
Right.
we don't
Exactly.
need
And
it anymore.
Again, like I said, just make it the fun. If you have
I'm
4 people
sweating,
left,
by the way.
make it the final immunity challenge. That way, people need to learn how to. They know coming in they have to make fire. But it just, I go, okay, yeah, it was impressive that Heidi's, breaking Gabler's record, but it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
who was-
but it's
Who was
but it's-
surprised?
We even
She-
called it, right? We were like,
Yes.
it's Heidi or Jam Jam. But you
You
know what? I
said it.
didn't see Carolyn coming. I wanted to see
Yes.
Carolyn win in Fire so badly. I
Me
wanted
too.
her to get that
I was
win.
worried she'd catch herself on fire. So I was like,
I
she's already
loved
done
it.
that.
I loved it though when she was sitting, when her and Jam Jam were doing the little fire starting competition.
That was
and she goes,
amazing.
Poof, poof! I won.
I love that whole scene. I mean, this season was their love story. Like, I
Yep.
love that whole scene. I know we're skipping around a lot. I loved watching Jam Jam help Carson. And I love that he even said, like,
Yes.
this might be detriment to my game, but like, this feels like the right thing to do. And you know what? I'm sure that really factored into Carson voting for him in the end.
Absolutely, it did.
Because
There's no
I mean,
way. Yeah, there's no way that somebody could do that for you at that moment in time.
yeah, somebody on Twitter made a joke last night, and I'm sorry I cannot remember who it was, but they were like, Carson goes to Google, how do I make a 3D fire?
oh, I saw that too.
I think I retweeted it. I thought that was so funny.
It might have been. Was it Bloom?
No, that
No.
one wasn't Bloom. It was someone I
Okay.
didn't recognize.
I did see it though.
Yeah, that was so
But
funny.
yeah, I they need a shakeup because again, I was just like going, okay, let's just get to the vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I like the idea of, if they really want to do fire, I like the idea of making it that final immunity challenge.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
maybe
just-
that's what it is for final 3-2
Yeah.
is the 3 of you make fire. Whoever wins gets to pick who goes with them to the end.
exactly. That's how you're playing the whole game.
Yep.
Trying to make, and then they threw that Ben wrench in there to get Ben another chance.
Because they didn't like Chrissy and Ryan was the other one.
Yeah, and to be, I said 100 times, Chrissy should have been the winner of that season.
Yeah.
She played the best game. Ben was basically handed the game. Nothing against Ben. I like Ben. I picked Ben to win that season, but it was like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, okay, let's just get this episode over with. And they only had like 20 minutes for the questions afterwards, maybe.
It was a
Maybe.
half an hour.
Half hour. Okay.
So, because it was the amount of time from when they.
Oh, I watched it without commercials. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I did too. So it was about 50 minutes total without the commercials. So,
Okay.
Lauren, but getting back to where we started, Janet said, this week was the first time I liked Lauren a bit, because the first week we really saw her.
got to know her.
Right.
And I
right?
wish that
Yeah.
they had this earlier, because
Yep.
so we didn't even really. Okay, this was my other issue, which was weird, but I was kind of like, well, you know what? It's the finale, so I guess we're doing this. And where we had this whole thing where Lauren and Heidi try to drive the wrench between Jam Jam and
Yes.
Carolyn, and we're just very, we're like, ooh, is she or isn't she? And then we have this confessional from one of them, who's like, I feel like they're family, like they're gonna fight, but they're always gonna end up
Yes.
getting
Yep.
back together.
Yes.
And then we go to tribal council, and it's just assumed that Lauren is going home. Like, there's no.
Well, Lauren said I'm going home.
Yeah, like there was no like tension there, but they gave her this beautiful send-off moment where, she talks about like learning that she does, she's a single mother, but she does need like to depend on people. She needed her tribe, and like,
Yeah.
It was a beautiful send-off moment, but I wish that they had given us more, because I would have liked to see more of Lauren. Like, she's a teacher, she's a single mother, she has amazing hair. Like, come on, she's just as cool as Ben.
Maybe a little cooler. I don't know.
Maybe a little
Little bit.
cooler. I mean,
Little bit.
Ben did not have. He had a really fugly beard. So
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
arguments there.
But at that point, not to say who cares, but Lauren, if you're not going to give us anything of the whole, we didn't get much of her the whole season. Is it really that important to give her a
Right.
send off? I mean, it's
did
like
we
this one is like,
really? Did we need to see as much about Jamie's fake idol that had no purpose other than for? I think that we got that entire storyline about Jamie's fake idol just so Jeff could have that moment of
We
telling her
absolutely
about
did.
it in the not reunion.
he was
stuff.
trying to say, look at these twists. Look at these twists we put into the game. How exciting it is. Oh, but it didn't work because nobody played it.
No, but I mean, that was hilarious. Where he was like, "But we didn't need to dedicate so much time to Jamie
No.
talking about her idol that was fake. We could have had more of Lauren."
To be honest with you, the three I thought did a really good job of answering the question. I didn't like that Heidi kept interrupting when it wasn't her. I think she was trying to throw Jam Jam off his game.
And it didn't work.
It
He
did
was in the
because
group, man.
he was very calm. That's the only reason I can think of, because people do that in debates. They'll interrupt you to throw you off your game, piss you off. But it didn't work, as Jam Jam was fine. But we got most of how they played the game, because Jam Jam, like I said, in fact, Carolyn, I thought, was doing pretty good up until when he said, "You shouldn't have played your idol." She goes, "Well, I wanted to save Carl." He goes, "But I told you didn't have to. I knew who everyone was voting for."
Yep.
I think that sealed
Yep.
that sealed the deal for. I think they
Yep.
came in there knowing who they were going to vote for. But I think that hurt Carolyn, because it showed Carolyn was kind of like, and that was the time
I
she
don't
wasn't
know.
involved in the vote, right?
I thought that she had a really good moment where she was like, "I trusted you. I didn't trust them, and I had to make sure." So I thought that she had a really good answer for that. Like, she handled it well. Like,
Watching Carson's response
oh my God,
when she was
Carson?
giving that, and he was like, yes, that's what you need to say.
He did
yes.
that. So I saw that last night. That was when my thing came back on, because then it also crapped out again before they were going to vote. But thankfully, it went to commercial, so I didn't lose as much as I thought I was going to. And I'm sorry, I must be having a hot flash because it was my face bright red. I am sweating right
Nope.
now. I am all of a
You
sudden
It's
dying.
don't
it's
look
hot.
like you're
It's hot and humid here.
Okay. Anyway, so I had seen that thing where Carson's like going like this, like, okay, and I thought that maybe it was just for that scene, but when I rewatched it tonight, I noticed that he did that to Jam Jam too at one point. Like, he was definitely like stage momming. Like, somebody had posted the Amy Poehler and Mean Girls gif, and it's perfect because I did think that he was. I'm not a juror. I'm not a regular juror. I'm a cool juror. But that was truly what he was doing, and it was so funny. Janet in the chat meant. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to go back to the where
we'll get you, Janet.
See, but what it proved though was that Carolyn, she said, "Oh, I didn't trust them." Jam Jam knew what they were going to do.
That's a good point.
He didn't have to trust them, and to me, I'm like, damn, that guy's playing the game, because he was spot on every vote. He knew who everybody was going to vote for. Carolyn didn't. Carolyn didn't even know when Carson and Jam Jam blindsided her.
He was
but
voting correctly 90% of the time.
I was going to say, and we know that he was spot on, because that, okay, I think it was Gordon Holmes that tweeted this last night, that it felt like it should be canon. And I was like, I feel like this definitely is canon. That it was like Carson and Franny and Matt, that they were definitely sitting up the night before while everybody else was like having a dance party or doing shots or playing beer pong or whatever. And the three of them were there with their calculators. They made production to be like, excuse me, do you have a scientific calculator? We need to do some math here. You can get me a spreadsheet.
I was also thinking what they could do when Carson was doing that. I said, if you want to spice it up a little bit, they could do it for the viewer. Jam Jam was right 90% of the vote. Carolyn was right 68% of the vote, and they could just show that up. They don't have to say it; just put it up there and a stat, and then they could say, "Oh, Jam Jam received 6 votes. Carolyn received whatever it was during the
That's not a bad
the
idea.
thing, and they could just do boom and just do that as their just put it on the because you know how you have like ESPN and CNN, they all have the ticker underneath now.
Yeah.
So
That would be
they
fun.
could do something
I
like that
like
where
that idea.
it's something different that you go, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know because I was thinking I was actually going, how does he know that? But again, he probably
NASA.
sat down. Yeah, well, he must have sat down with everyone. Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? And
Yeah.
he was with Jam Jam, and Jam Jam knew who everybody was voting for. So
well, also Carson and Jam Jam voted together almost the whole entire time.
Yep.
So
Right, so,
Carson
yeah,
was keeping those statistics for himself and automatically knew, and probably because Carolyn was because Jam Jam was like 90%. Carolyn was like 88%.
It was close.
It was very, very close.
What was the one time that she didn't vote?
It was the one, yeah. So my guess is those two were easy for him because he was already doing that math when he was bored on the beach. That was like his writing in the sand math. But Heidi's was probably the one that he actually actively had to like research to see, that.
Yeah.
But I'm still very surprised. He's a very smart kid. Janet said, I wanted to spend a bit more time explaining Carson's age and NASA. Carolyn agreed with me. She wanted to know about NASA. Yes. Jam Jam and Carolyn were very, very taken aback and surprised when they found out that he was
our baby's a genius.
That's why we had to stay together.
I love the two of them so much. I truly do.
I saw someone post something today, and I would obviously I watched The Amazing Race. They go, they should be a team on The Amazing Race. The only problem is they would probably go out right away because Carolyn's so bad at chat. I mean, I think that hurt her too.
Yeah, Jam Jam said he would definitely do Amazing Race with her anytime. He's like, but I don't know how good we do.
Because I think that hurt her because she was bad at the challenges. I mean, she just always last, always lagging behind. I think that hurt her a little bit. I don't think the challenges matter as much probably anymore. It's a social game. And I think Jam Jam's social game was just leaps and bounds better than
that. I think Carolyn made a huge mistake that night and I said it that episode too, when she fessed up about the red X. Like that's the kind of thing she should have held on to until she was sitting in front of jury, because if she would have said that information at that point in time, I think that would have opened people's eyes to the game she was playing at the right moment.
Wait. When did she tell them about the red X? Because
it was like 3 or 4 episodes ago, right after Tribal, like the next episode, it was all with the dark cam. Like that whole scene was with the dark cam and she was going through and telling all them. It was when Jam Jam realized that Carolyn was probably a threat he needed to get rid of.
Right.
Gosh, I don't remember this at all. It's terrible.
But if she would have saved that information until the end.
She was too honest.
Yeah. I mean,
but she never told anyone she had an idol. So how is
she did.
How did she tell everybody that she had the red X?
It might have been after she played the idol.
It was after she played the idol. Yep. It was after she played it. But the whole thing was just disappointing because it's like that would have been a winning ticket right there. If you look at Marianne, Marianne's game, she was another one who was highly, underestimated, on the verge of almost being annoying to some people because she was just so quirky. She played the game that didn't look like she really knew what she was doing, but we know she knew what she was doing. And then at Tribal, that's when she went, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And everyone went, holy crap, she's a genius. It won her the game. And I think Carolyn would have given herself a much bigger boost.
I think that Carolyn's social game and she became a lot less annoying to people that night that she explained to everybody that she like blew Franny's socks away, because you could even see during the reunion, after the post Tribal show or whatever, like that there was a lot of love for Carolyn. Maybe not from Danny, but like, everybody was kind of on the same page. Danny
wouldn't even vote for his mom.
I just think that
Not even a
just
clone of himself would vote for his mom.
I'm very surprised that Carolyn didn't get at least 1 or 2 votes.
I am very disappointed that she did not. But
because the whole show, the whole season was about how underestimated she is.
Yep.
And at the end of the very end of the day, it ends with her being underestimated.
again, but you know who did not underestimate her? Our very own Messia did not underestimate her. She got the $100,000. So nana boo boo to the rest of them who were busy underestimating her.
Oh, she got the $100 from Sia.
She did. She got it on the RHAP exit interview. I saw them. They tweeted a clip of it, and she was Carolyn, so she burst into tears and couldn't talk, and but it was very sweet because Sia is a recovering alcoholic, and you know she's like, I understand the recovery brain. I related to you so much, so I'd like to offer you $100,000. I know that you're struggling. It was very sweet.
Aw, I loved it.
Well, I'm glad she got that.
The one thing to finish up for now with Carolyn is I think it's very rare that the casuals, like the Facebook Survivor fans, and the people who are into Survivor, like the hardcore fans, it's very infrequent that the two groups agree on a favorite player. And this season, unanimously, everyone in all the camps of Survivor, of every end of the Survivor spectrum, they were all rooting for Carolyn. And I think that really is a testimony to how her message of positivity and being who you are, and just being being so just open and accepting of who you are. And even when she says I wasn't good at the challenges, and I realized I was down on myself when my son said, I hope you're winning. But then I realized, Carolyn, you're just not. So you have to accept that, and you have to just accept it and move on. And I think that all of the messages that
gave her, I love that Lauren gave her props on that whole so what? Who cares?
Yes. And I think that's something that resonates with a lot of people that maybe, I don't know, we always talk about in America, mental health. And we got somebody out there that's preaching success, open about mental health struggles and preaching how you accept it. And, being so authentic that it obviously that hit a chord with every single person watching. And I think that that's really cool. And I think that
what really hurt her is she should have gotten rid of Jam Jam and Carson weeks ago, because I think the only reason she didn't get any votes, I think Danny, in my opinion, I could be wrong, and if I'm saying this, and I apologize, but I don't think Danny wanted another guy to beat him. That's why he voted for.
I would agree, Danny. Without knowing Danny, I would, if I was going to stereotype Danny, I would.
He's
agree
definitely
with that.
alpha male. He's going to say, I'm not going to let another guy beat me, and so that's why he voted. Again, I could be wrong, but Carolyn, what hurt Carolyn was Jam Jam had the better social game, and he had a better, and he proved
he had a better tribal,
and he also proved that he had a better grasp of what was going on during the game. Yes. And people can say, Carolyn, you were just kind of tagging along, even though she wasn't.
No,
but that's how people think.
Well, I'm gonna just hashtag universe this one and say that it doesn't happen very often, but Carolyn's purpose in Survivor was not to win the $1 million. It wasn't. Carolyn is one of those people that changes lives.
Yeah.
Without any intention to do it. She's just one of those rare stars in the world that can just swoop in with all of what looks like lunacy, and everyone can look at it and go, oh my God, I'm like that inside, but I never show it. So I think that
she has an energy. She has an energy, and it's
energy. Also, she showed that she's 14 years sober.
I think so. Yeah.
That if you're struggling with alcohol or drug addiction and you're watching Survivor, you're going, okay, maybe I can do that this time. Maybe I can kick it this time. I mean, it's not easy, but she's been 14 years sober. She's kind of wacky like me, and she went on this show and exposed herself and came off looking.
I am sure that she's a spectacular drug counselor.
I had to laugh so hard at the part because if you know, you know, but the part where they're looking, when they're looking for the idol, though they know that there's going to be maybe an idol back in play, and she's like, "I'm looking. I'm really good at looking."
Oh my God. The fact that it was right there and the boys kept screaming, and I was like, this is like geocaching, guys. Sometimes, you know, it's just hanging right there and you just don't see it. Yes, there was a point that gosh, I was going to make a point. Okay. Danny, guys, can we talk about how he was wearing a Bruno from Encanto poncho at the finale,
Right?
the final tribal council?
He was,
dude had an ego and he wants to stand out. I'm surprised it wasn't like fluorescent orange, real bright poncho.
Oh my God! The whole time I was like, "We don't talk about Bruno, no."
I think he's a good guy, but I think he's definitely got an ego.
Yeah, he's a guy, all right.
Yeah, no, I think you're right though, and as Janet said, Carolyn wasn't keeping any of the bros.
Nope.
No, I don't think so either. It just, you know,
but
society.
You know, if you want to win.
Well, and her and Jam Jam had such a silly energy. Like we talked about it too, where they were very like siblings. But in some of the excerpt interviews, it's fun listening to Jam Jam talk about all the times that he and Carolyn were like intentionally putting on a show, you know, for other people to see, like the glares at each other and stuff. He said, but the problem is that sometimes she forgets that we're playing. And so the whole Bye Felicia was like all a setup. Like they had planned this whole thing, but then suddenly she like forgot that they were playing and started like going, wait a minute. And he was like, calm down. We're just joking. Like this is a game.
Honey, wait a minute.
Honey, wait a minute.
Well, that came up, and it was Heidi that brought it up, said, you know, you guys, you know, we're trying to say we brought you along and stuff like that. She goes, no, we wanted you to think that's what was going on.
Right.
And we know that's what was going on because we saw them talk about it. Again, I can't believe all three of them made it to at least the final four, you know, because they went in with the numbers down and people just blew them off. They said, you don't have a chance.
They did a really, really great job. I was reading a blog post today that was mentioned something that the trajectory of the game could have been very different if Franny had given up her personal immunity, even though her team had immunity, and saved Matt, because then it could have been the unstoppable trio could have been Matt, Franny, and a third person, whether it was like Kane or somebody.
We said that at the time.
Yeah.
That Franny should have just, wonce she won immunity, step up. You save your boyfriend, which is also saving your game. Yeah.
So it's interesting to think about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and then that goes back to what Jamie was saying about hashtag the universe.
Yep, exactly. And look at all this stuff that Jam Jam said that he's like, I knew this was going to be my season. He was talking about the number 8 and his name, and you know, it's like, sometimes hashtag universe is a thing. It just happens.
That's like he manifested that when he said he wrote down.
That's what I said. I feel like when he came to Tribal, you had 2 different people that were pleading their case in their own way. And then you had Jam Jam, who was like, I already won this.
Yeah. He was very, you guys love me. I'm beautiful. You're going to vote for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've won. Mm-hmm.
And that's that kind of energy too.
He was right the whole game. You know, he had that little hiccup in the beginning where he was getting mad that people were voting for him. Mm-hmm. And he was concentrating, I thought, too much on that and not playing the game. That's why I said, okay, this guy, I need to get him voted out because I need to pick another person. Because I thought he was going to hurt his game. But I think he righted the ship on that and said, okay, I need to I think he even said it, I need to stop doing this and start playing the game. And I think that's when he made his move.
And, he obviously not taking anything away from him, but he was also really lucky that he paired up with Carolyn and Carson, because the three of them pairing is the reason that the three, like, they got each other to the end, because there was any point in time where somebody could have flipped, somebody could have gone for a better deal, and they had their eye on the prize, and I respect that. I do respect that. Like, maybe Carolyn, should have cut them earlier, but again,
she needed to get rid of Jam Jam.
But as we did talk about 2 weeks ago and last week, it's tough because they needed each other to get to the end, because the second one of them went, they lost the numbers of being together. So it was kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yep. I also think that Jam Jam had the ability that when when Carolyn would get emotional and stuff, that it was a twofold thing that he was able to help with. One, when she was climbing the rafters, when she was reeling those rafters, he could pull her kind of down and be like, no, just listen to it like this. Whether she liked having to have that conversation or not, he always grounded her. But then even more importantly, when she was acting very squirrely and other people were looking, he was able to get in between them and her and deflect the energy that was coming at her, like, she is weird, we need to get rid of her. That never became a thing because she had the right people around her orbit. If he hadn't have been there, I think she would have made herself a target very quickly.
Yeah,
because she had said that in the first episode. She was saying, I don't always fit in. I'm kind of crazy. I'm loud. I'm this. And I don't think anyone said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think she had Jam Jam. That was there. That's just Carolyn,
But that speaks to, in real life, no pun intended, but you find your tribe and your tribe takes care of you.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
I feel like we all went on the same journey that Franny did this season and came out a better understanding.
I don't have a boyfriend, so I don't know. That's not.
Yeah, you don't.
That's true.
Can we just one more time talk about that boyfriend and how that kid is just about the goofiest dude?
Who?
Matt.
Matt.
Bless him. The kid can't even say one sentence without getting a case of the giggles. He literally giggles everything he says.
Because he's in love.
Oh, it's so funny.
It could be nerves.
Yeah, definitely.
No, it's adrenaline. That dude is.
I think he said something about he didn't like public speak. Didn't he say something like that? Getting up in front of people because I don't know. He said something to that effect. But you're right. He does laugh at everything. Yeah, he's like, get me off this island.
No, that dude. That's I'm in love adrenaline, man.
Yeah, he is a happy kid.
So are they still dating? Do we know?
Yeah, they are.
Are we invited to the wedding?
I hope so.
Any day now.
Any day. Okay, let me scroll real quick through my notes.
I did like when they were talking in the after show and they said, yeah, they would come and they weren't hiding anything. They were so goofy and laughing at each other.
Except Jam Jam and anybody that wasn't there with them pre-merge. So
right.
Jam Jam and Carolyn, they didn't know anything about it. Everybody else was like, yeah. Oh, guys, really important question. Do you like carrot cake over chocolate cake?
I like carrot cake, but no, I would go with chocolate cake.
I think chocolate cake pulls. I'll enjoy carrot cake, but chocolate cake pulls the win, I think.
The only part of carrot cake I enjoy is the cream cheese frosting.
Well,
I was very taken aback.
Are you telling me that's cream cheese?
Yeah, it's cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God, I don't like cream cheese. Man. Oh, now I can't eat it.
Yeah,
you like cream cheese frosting? Apparently, you like cream cheese with a lot of sugar.
Got a load of sugar.
I love carrot cake, but I didn't know that was cream cheese.
Yeah, it's cream cheese frosting.
Well,
oh my God!
I'm voting you out.
You're out of here.
Woo!
The chocolate cake does come with a curse, though, because this is like the chocolate cake curse. Nobody can win that reward and win the game. It's like a fact now. Omar sealed the deal, and it's been going ever since.
It's like when they used to have the car, right? They gave away the car at number 5.
Yep.
And that person never won.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what about like because I can't really get over this cake thing. What about just like plain old vanilla?
It's all right.
I like spicy things, but I also like vanilla. I'm pretty boring.
I'll eat it, but it's like.
Anyway,
I'm gonna be honest. My favorite cake is the one that comes in 4 different flavors. I want all of them. I want to try all of them at different times.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I like Neapolitan because of that.
I don't like strawberry.
Who doesn't like strawberry?
I don't know. I don't really like chocolate in desserts. Like I like chocolate chip cookies, but I don't really like cake. I would prefer to eat a bag of Fritos over any kind of cake.
Over cake?
Or cupcake, yeah.
I'm good as long as the frosting.
Don't you notice every time we have a birthday party, I never eat the cake? I don't really like cake. When we have birthday parties.
So when I made the cake last time, you didn't eat it.
No.
The last 2 times.
No.
Probably the last, I don't know, 15 years of times, Jack.
You know what? I'll make you a bag of Fritos next time.
Oh my God, yes.
Unless
if you make me specially vanilla cake, I will eat the frosting.
I'm gonna make a vanilla. I'm gonna put the Fritos in the mix.
Oh my God, that would be my dream cake. I'm the kid that used to eat Fritos on a bagel for lunch growing up.
Well, Fritos are great, but you don't. The problem with Fritos
with cream cheese. Yeah, so this is what we would do in middle school and junior high. We would do bagel with cream cheese and then put Fritos on top and crunch them together and eat them. And God, I want to do that right now. It's so good.
I used to eat Fritos with bean dip and wheat thins with bean dip. I had a big bean dip kick. But Fritos are all done with Fritos. You eat them for a couple of days. It's like, okay, I can't keep eating these.
They're for cheap.
Your lips get all like like you've
They're
been in the
addictive.
pool
You
too long.
can't just. You're gonna eat the whole bag.
Yeah,
you could save all of the trouble and just go buy like a salt lick.
I know I've talked about this before on the broadcast, but like, yes. I definitely talked about it before. But Fritos, there was honestly, I can't buy Fritos because like, you know how alcoholics can't have one drink? I can't have one Frito. It's either one Frito or the entire bag. It's not a good situation.
It's all or nothing. My Frito game is all or nothing, baby.
If I do that like at the end of the night, I'll eat a bag of Fritos. I'm like, I can't sleep. My stomach's killing me.
Yeah, your stomach hurts.
And I should have got a salt lick because my lips.
Anyway. Very important discussions here, but I'm very excited about my Frito cake. Thank you. You have plenty of time to figure out how to make it on Pinterest for my 40th birthday.
That's coming up soon, isn't
it? In like 10 months. You've got plenty of time.
That's soon.
My birthday is in February.
As a slow motion planner, 10 months is.
It's like my granddaughter graduated preschool day and we were all there. Colleen was there.
Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute.
And they said future class of 2036. We're all like going, God, I'll be 70. What? I'll be 74.
Yeah.
Then we found out she wants to be a doctor. I said, okay, if she does go be a doctor, it's like 12 years, right? You got to go to college. I said, I'll be dead.
Wait, you got to tell them about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Do your math.
I said, but the fun thing was there was like 3 people that wanted to be girls that want to be Disney princesses. So we thought for sure Ava was going to want to be a Disney princess. But there was one girl that said she's going to be an actress, and you could figure it out because this girl would not leave the stage.
Oh my God, that girl was awesome.
She got up at one point and just when all the other kids were sitting down, she stood up and just was like going. At the front of the stage is looking like
no, you know when she did that when they told the teachers to stand up or whatever. She stood up too.
Yeah, she stood up too, and
she's like, I got this.
But it was awesome because they gave all the little kids awards, and she got the not the dramatic. It basically was like the drama queen award, but it wasn't
queen award, yeah.
But it wasn't
drama queen.
It wasn't that. They had a very nice saying, and I turned to Jack and Cindy, and I were like, "So they mean drama queen, right?" But I had to say it quietly because I was afraid that parents were sitting around us, but I don't think they were. But
they were sitting in front. Actually, I think the grandparents were sitting in front of me before I moved.
Okay, you were several rows in front of me.
Yeah, I kept moving around.
That girl, when they get her actress award, she did a curtsy. It was so cute.
yeah,
my favorite.
She was full on
She was like into it. But my favorite profession was, there was a girl today. Do you know what I'm going to say, Jack? You know what I'm going to say. She said she wanted to be an artist with a cat.
Artist with a cat, yeah. I forgot about that.
An artist with a cat.
And they're so serious about that. But Ava Rose got maker of smiles.
I know. I love that. Or smile maker or something like that.
Smile maker, that's what it is. Because they just thought all those 4 teachers, when they would drop her off at the carpool, they'd say, "All right, sweet girl. All right, sweet girl." I go, are we talking about the same girl? And they'd be like, I go, no, she's a sweet. She can be stubborn though. She does have an attitude.
Maybe she's only stubborn for you guys because she knows she can get away with it. But at school, she behaves.
Yeah, well, she was mad yesterday. Her last day of school was yesterday, and her mom had to have an operation yesterday. So we're running around picking things up. And I took her I had to go pick her up at 12. So I pick her up. She's the last one because they blocked the roads in Wendell. It was ridiculous. So I got there at 12, and the last person goes out. She comes up, runs, gives me a hug. I go, "Oh, that's so exciting." So we walk to the car, and she goes, "You waited too long to pick me up. I was waiting." And the whole way home, she's just like, da 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 da. I go, you're your Gigi, my wife's. I go, you are her clone. I go, da 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 da. I go, going, I had this. She goes, "You're an oldie. That's your problem. You're an oldie. You're a slow turtle." She's just giving me a lecture all the way home. I'm like going, "Oh my God, leave me alone."
Did you tell her, like, "Excuse me, if you don't want to get picked up last, you can get a driver's license and drive yourself"? Because I've said that before.
I was in the verge of tears. I couldn't. She was just laying into me. I was like, "I'm sorry." Because she got mad at me in the morning. She goes, "Oh, great." I go, "What?" She goes, "I forgot to put my makeup on." I go,
her makeup was so cute today.
Yeah, because she puts it on herself. I go, "Well, that's not my fault." She goes, and she was so mad. I'm like, anyway.
Yes, she's a kicker.
She's a pistol.
She's a pistol. Pisser? Back in my day, we called them, "You're a pisser," but pistol's probably nicer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if pistol's the right term anymore either. I don't know. Anyway.
Back to pisser.
Yeah,
she's
I'm
feisty.
I'm going to be even older in 13 years.
Okay. Yes. Focusing.
Let's tally those votes.
Let's
see your win.
All right.
See your win pan out.
Okay. I don't have any last thoughts. Let me just check in with you guys. Any last thoughts? No? Good. Cool. Okay. Thanks for listening. All right. We're going to take a quick break, and then we have an email from Mandy, and we'll tally the votes.
Mandy!
And call it a season. Here we go. All right. We are back. We have an email from Mandy. Mandy. And Mandy says, "What a finale. The only thing," who I just saw this past weekend. She's lovely, as always. I saw Jamie this past weekend, too. We were, oh my God, all 4 of us were in the same place this past weekend. Crazy.
We were all there.
I had fireworks lined up. I had fireworks lined on me.
10 minutes of fireworks. That was freaking nuts.
Did I tell you what Drake said? I was talking next to the Drake, and he goes,
"Oh, Drake talks out of his ass."
No, but he goes, "Yeah, I enjoyed it more." I go, "Why?" He goes, "I'm stoned."
Oh, that's really funny.
I said that was funny.
That is really funny. Okay. Mandy says, "What a finale. The only thing I would have loved to see someone give Carolyn a vote or two." Same girl, same.
Yeah.
Listening to a few podcasts today, I think it's interesting that all 4 new era seasons have ended with a 7-1-0 vote. Okay, I listened to 0 podcasts today, which kind of, I was kind of like, oh, I really want to listen to hear what other people thought, but I wanted to have original opinions. So, okay, I'm glad that other people pointed that out. Like I said earlier, I saw that on Twitter. I'm sure you talked about how it still sucks that the winner of the Final Four immunity feels like they have to put themselves into fire making as if winning immunity wasn't enough. But last night was the first time a woman beat a man in forced fire making, which is pretty awesome. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I go. It didn't do anything for her votes.
No. Which maybe
I don't think it's that. I don't. Again, going back to Fire Challenge, I don't think it's that if you win, you're in. I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think it holds that much.
She got one, right? She got the one vote from Danny.
From Danny.
Yeah.
I just don't think it makes any. Like I said, if I'm going into the game, I'm like, screw it. I'm not taking a chance that the wind blows.
I think it just depends on. I think it depends on your people, because I think last season, if Jesse would have done it, it would have been different. But each group, I guess there's just some people who feel that the fire is more important than others. I guess.
Well, fire represents life.
Yeah. And tarps, which are now the most important things.
Okay, I Googled it real quick because I'm actually very surprised at this.
You got the stats.
So Den was, well, of course, it's freaking in a paragraph, so it's not like, so right. Ben was obviously the first winner of the fire. Wendell won. Chris Underwood won. That was meh. Let's see. Tony beat Sarah. Deshaun beat Heather. Deshaun beat Heather? Yes, Deshaun beat Heather.
Heather kept trying. That's what it's all about. That's what Survivor's all about.
This right here.
Okay.
Roll on the ground there, Heather.
This article must be old because it stops with them. But who did the final 4-person the Long Island house mom? What's her name? What's her name? Was her name also Heather? No, she. Oh yeah, that was Heather. All right, well, cool. I'll take you at your word, Mandy, because you listened to things today, and I did not.
Mandy, I never questioned you.
Because you listen to things.
I hear things.
I love listening all season. Hope y'all be back for 45. We will see. But I think it might be safe to say that if we're back for 45, it probably will not be on Wednesday because those 90-minute episodes are going to be hard for me and Jack.
Yeah,
next day episodes.
I can watch the next day 40 minutes.
There you go.
So we'll see. We'll see, and we'll have more information on Facebook when we get closer.
I'm a here for that. That works for me too.
I should go on the show though and give the how to fix up the game. The games they need some help.
You keep coming up with some really great ideas
and some really not great ideas.
But it doesn't matter.
Occasionally you get a stinker here or there, but I mean, I think that your wins are outnumbering Jeff's at this point. So, I mean, really did you see he was so excited about having that fake idol in his hand?
Oh my God.
Come back into the game.
Please don't give us Ghost Island 2. No Ghost Island 2. That premise was the absolute friggin' worst.
Future players.
That was a season that ruined Jay on Survivor.
that it almost got me too. I was like,
oh, it was such a painful season.
Yeah.
I was also thinking too.
Bryson Wendell,
when people are voted out.
With his face.
They stay with the tribe. They can't vote, but they stay with the tribe, so they see what's going on the whole time. What do you think?
Do you think that?
But then you can't make. Then what's the point of having a final tribal council and making your case if?
I don't think the case thing does. I think people have already decided who they're going to. And because another problem too is Carson probably had a lot of influence on who people voted for, because he got in there and probably said, okay, yeah, this is what I love Carolyn, but Jam Jam's the one that we were both running the show. He was making I'm sure that's what. I mean, how did she not get a vote?
I think Jam Jam just really made that much of a case. I would reckon that Heidi that there were more votes leaning towards Heidi too coming into it, and Jam Jam won those people over. Because I would guarantee this. I would guarantee that at the very least Franny was set on voting for Carolyn walking into there. I truly would.
Yeah.
Franny said that, like, when he laid out, how he was watching people,
the twinkle in their eye thing was great.
When she responded with the whoa,
yeah.
that was her. That's when her mind shifted. And then he is saying when he saw her do that, which maybe was a slip up for them, but good for him. When he saw her do that, but it does go to show how well he was playing the game. He shifted all of the focus on how he explained his game because he saw that resonated. And so he just kept pushing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is, so according to, I believe, Mike Bloom, last night's the first time that we ever had 2 members of the LGBTQ plus community in the final 3. He's the first Puerto Rican male winner ever, because Sandra was the first Puerto Rican female winner, I'm guessing. Somebody can fact check me on that. And he's also the first gay man to win since Todd won. Or I guess I should say the first out gay man to win since Todd won.
Right.
Really?
Well, it's been a minute. Yeah.
I believe he's the one that, I think he's the one that said that somewhere. I think so. Please let me know if I am incorrect. I don't want to, but I'm.
You're incorrect.
I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. Okay, we'll tally the votes and then say our goodbyes. And before we do, I will play the video as promised. I tweeted it of Jam Jam. It's 30 seconds long of Jam Jam telling my kids to brush their teeth. The timestamp is 11:38 p.m. at night.
And that's when you knew he was going to win. If you could get your kids to brush their teeth.
Oh, they still barely brush their teeth. I have to go in there and brush it for them. It's so frustrating. Okay, but yes, let's tally the vote. Let me share my screen here. Well, this is great audio. Here we go. All right. So we will start with Lauren. I get a point for Lauren because Lauren, I'm the only one that had her at merge. So that gives me 1, 2, 3. Yes, that gives me 9 points. I had Jam Jam final 3. You guys had him merge. So do you guys get points for merge or no, you don't. Okay. So I get points. Sorry. Jamie gets points. Let me in order here. Jamie's the only one that I had Carson final 3. Jack had him pre-merge. Jamie had him merge. So Jamie's the only one that gets a point for Carson, which puts you at 9.5. See that damn half point, man.
It'll be meaningless by the end, but it sure looks cute.
As far as Carolyn goes, none of us had her final 3. Nobody gets a point for her. Jack had Heidi as final 3.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack gets a point for
Heidi.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. These final threes, we actually get 5 points for them. So
I thought that was a little chitsy on the 1 point, but that's okay.
Okay. So I get 5 points for Jam Jam. Somebody help me with this math, dear Lord. I had 8. What's 8 plus
13.
5? 13, 2, 3. So that means Jamie 2, 3, and then we're up to Jack, right?
Yes.
Jack had Heidi as final 3. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Bad language. I'm sorry. I still have 9 because we haven't gotten to Jam Jam yet. I still get 1 point for having what's her face be merged. This is spectacular. Okay. So Lauren merge, I still just get that 1 point for her. Carson going in order. I had Carson as final 3. I don't get a point. Jamie gets a point. Okay, so we're still good here. So Jamie, I'm sorry. Jamie is still stuck at 9.5. All right, going into the final 3 where these
hold on a second. Can I make a suggestion for next year?
Yes.
Add all these up ahead of time and just go over it.
I actually opened this while I was doing my rewatch to do it, and I was like, "Oh, this would be so much more fun to do it live."
Well, you can do it but you can pretend you're doing it live, but you already.
That's true. All right, Carolyn. Nobody had Carolyn in final 3. Nobody gets that. Jack, you're our first. You get 5 points for final 3. Did I add yours in already?
No.
Did I add his in? No. Okay, so that's 8. So that's 13. 8, 13. Okay, so we're at 13. There we go. Okay. Jack.
Making a comeback.
Jack. And then for Jam Jam, I had him for final 3. Mm-hmm. So then I get 9. I have 14. Puts me at.
You could hope that league could hold.
Okay. I don't think that league's going to hold because as far as points for who's going home, Jamie and I both get a point for Lauren going home there. So that means Jamie's at 10.
0.5.
Oh, she went home at 5.
Yes, I because I did that wrong. I'm at just regular 10.
I thought you were at 14.
No, am I at 14? Oh shoot. I'm so confused. I'm at 14?
Yeah,
I am at 14.
So you have 18?
So, no, I get 1 point, so I'm at 15.
Woo! Just regular 15.
I'm at regular 15. You had Jam. You had Heidi 3rd, Carolyn 2nd, Carson. So, Jamie, you're out with points for the rest of this. Jack, you had Lauren at 4, which she did not. Carson at 3, Carolyn at 2. But you got 5 points for Jam. So, this is, what is this? 13. So, that is 18, right? You got 5 points for Jam.
Yep.
So, 18. And then as far as I go, I had Carson in 4th, so I'll get 2 points for that. And then I did not get any other points. So that puts me at, somebody tell me, where does that put me
17.
at? 15, 17. Okay, now we're going into the winners. Carson didn't win. Carolyn didn't win. However, Jam won. So Jack, you win. What is
Clean sweep.
18 plus
15, 33.
So 33.
Oh,
I'm not even.
It's a double number. It's a double number. It's a 3-3 Jam.
Oh my gosh! There we go, Jack. You are the winner of Tally the Votes. Woo!
Good job.
Oh my God! And you know what? If I'm wrong, nobody tell me because that's what we're settling on. We're ending this show now. Good night. All right.
I still have to record something with your husband.
You do. He's outside the door. I can hear him.
Lurking.
So Jack wins with 33 points. I think that's a record for.
That's a good win.
Do I retire?
I don't know, but I think that 33 points is a record for Tally of the Votes this season. Janet says, "I've really enjoyed the 3 of you covering Survivor. Hope you do it next week, next season. Also, it's a Jack Attack win." All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us this season of Survivor. This has been a really fun season to talk about. I loved the cast. I truly did. It's always really good when you're talking about people that are fun to talk about. So awesome.
I am looking forward to following that wonderful, crazy Carolyn on all of the social medias and seeing what awesome things come her way because of this. So
yes,
she'll definitely be on probably like a Big Brother, maybe.
No, there's a lot of drinking and drug and stuff. Isn't there a lot of like alcohol and stuff in that house? I can't see her putting her.
No, they don't do anything fun like that anymore. Like they get like 1 beer on like a Wednesday night because too many people have ruined their lives publicly.
Well, she's good TV, so she'll be on something.
Oh, I see her all over Amazing Race. I could not imagine not seeing her on Amazing Race, standing on a bungee, screaming.
Yeah, I could see her on Amazing Race. I would watch that season.
You remember last season where they had to climb up that bridge, the side of the bridge?
Yeah. Have
her do that.
Yep. I'm just saying.
Without further ado, here's my 30-second video of Jam.
Yay!
Zach and Alex. Jam has a message for you.
Hey kids, how you doing? Second Alex. Remember to brush your teeth every day, in the morning, in the night, after every dinner. Your mom is amazing. She loves you. If you want to be a survivor and outlast, you need your teeth to look pretty.
That's what you want, boys. That's what I'm telling you.
He's got some pretty teeth.
There you go.
Were they that pretty on the island, or did he get?
Yeah,
did he...
there was a long conversation in my house yesterday about how amazing this cast's teeth were.
Their makeup too, right?
But I mean, also if you consider the fact that, like, you know, if you're gonna go be on this big of a television thing, you gotta go get your teeth looking nice.
I get my teeth whitened
for sure.
But I did the crest strips, and the crest strips really work really well.
They have a beautiful teeth, especially Lauren. Like, Lauren's teeth are the epitome of perfect teeth. They're just gorgeous.
Yes, perfect teeth, perfect hair, A+, Lauren, all the way.
She's all the good stuff.
All right. On that note, everyone, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful long weekend and summer.
Enjoy your memorial. Thanks for chilling with us.
Yes.
And we thank these patrons.
And thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. And that would be Eckhart, Maggie, Tech, Joanne. Okay, I did this wrong. Let me start again.
Feels way off beat.
And that would be Eckhart Regner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Planet, Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thank you guys so much. My children are 100% doing a patrons show about the finale. It will be after this weekend, though, so stay tuned for that some point next week. They are very excited to talk about it. So they wanted to do it last night, but I was like, children, it is late, and we are going to sleep.
They stayed up to watch it?
They stayed up until the reunion, not reunion show, but, you know, they stayed up through the winter and then went to bed. Yes. It wasn't the plan, but it's what happened.
Well, I'll tune in.
All right. On that note, everyone, thanks for joining us this season. It was a pleasure. My name is Colleen.
And I am Jamie.
Who won again, tally votes? Who?
Jack!
Woo! Usually I'm in last place, so this was
dude, you doubled us this time. You doubled
such
us.
A big deal.
It's such a big deal. Congratulations.
You love me. You love me. You really love me.
Peace out,
all
everybody.
Right. Go to bed, Sally.
Bye.